Hey, great. Hey, お願いします。Hey, up and down. Hey, side to side. Hey, feet to shoulders. So circles one way, circles the other way. Hey, arms. And back. Lower your hips. Hey, showman. Hey, your comment. So, hey, stretch one side and the other side. Cross one side, crossing the other side. Open and close. Close. Hey, ahí se va aquí. Hey, hantai. Riojo. Benji. Hey, Yoko. Hey, you. Ko. You. Ko. Thank you. Ko. Is that? So, go. Ish. So, your legs. Uh, hey, the back of your legs and the front. Back and the front. Hey, hey. Forward and down. Hey, your knees. Circles my way. Circles the other way. So, uh, on your toes. The Q, go up. And again. Q, go up. One more time. Q, go up. The inside crescents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Outside crescents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And keep hinges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do lateral openings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next one, once again, the next one is more a mobility drill rather than a balance or a strength drill. So if you need a chair, if you need an object for yourself, it's okay. But the idea would be to raise your leg, open to the side, try to find mobility down, back, moving up again, open to the side, mobility around, back, up again. So the idea is to try to find the angle of the hip, sorry, not the angle, but the circle of the hip, okay, from the front to around, to the back, to the front. Once again, you can do this and challenge your balance and do it standing up if you want to, but it's more a mobility drill for the hip rather than a balance exercise. So you're more than welcome to use something on the wall and just support yourself, or if you have a chair and you want to do it on your chair, also do it on the chair. Okay, so one side first, one leg, turn around and back, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And again, like every other mobility drill, the important thing is not the height. You can be just very little. You can just be really low here, but try to follow the same sequence. If you can only raise up to a certain level, raise your knee, open your knee, push your knee back, bring it back. Front, side, back, and down. So it doesn't have to be big. Just bring it as much mobility as your hip can muster. It may be very little. So for example, it may be something really, really little here, or you may something bigger. Okay, so once again, range and balance don't matter at the moment. What matters is mobility. Okay, so and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're good. All right. Very good. So lower your hips. Hey, as much as you can. Open your knees. Hands inside. Open your knees. Hands inside. Open your knees. Hands inside. And pivot to one side. Down. Pivot to the other side. Down. Following your toes. Get up. So hips up. And spine up. And your hips one more time. Side and the other side. So, open your legs, Cossack squats. Hey, lowering on one side, lowering the other side. Toes up on one side. Toes up the other side. Hands in front, one side. Hands in front, the other side. Side to side. Open your legs, elbows down. Hey, coming forward. When we push out, you're going to try to put your toes pointing out. Okay, so your feet, your toes are going to try to point them out. Normally we have them flat. Now see if you can point them out a little bit and then push your hip backwards as far as it goes. Forward again. And your feet are flat. And going backwards, pointing your toes out, your knees open, and your hip tries to fit as much as possible. Forward again. Feet are flat, knees are down, and toes open, knees open, and hips goes back. One more time, forward again. Feet flat, knees down. So, toes open, knees open, hips back. Good, going forward again. And hips up. And hips down. Hips up. Hips down. Hips up. Down. And hips back. Hey, one side. The other side. One side. The other side. One side. And the other side. Side to side. Hey, lying down on your back. So, hey, dead bugs. Just a couple of things with dead bugs. Remember, okay. First of all, have your back in a little bit of a natural curvature of your lumbar area. So neither amplify the curvature nor close the curvature. So here at the level of your lower back, there needs to be a little curve on your lower back, which that is your natural lumbar curvature. With that lumbar natural curvature, you're going to engage your core muscles and raise your legs. Okay, so remember, it's important. That process is important for a couple of reasons. Number one, our techniques in general in Aikido maintain natural lumbar curvature, so natural spine. So the spine is not straight. So as you know, it's not a line. It's like a little bit of an S. And obviously people have different conditions, so that S, has different chronic situations. But generally speaking, it's a natural curve line your spine. So you try to keep that natural spine, because when you practice your techniques, that's what you're going to have. You're not going to be completely straight in your back. So keep that natural spine. Engage your core muscles before you raise your legs. Okay, so raising your legs doesn't necessarily engage the core muscles. It's a bit like taking ukemi. You engage your core muscles before taking ukemi. You don't engage your core muscles at the end of the ukemi. So you engage core muscles, raise your legs. Okay. Now keep that engagement. Now that engagement exacerbates because of the position of the hands. Okay. But now with that engagement, let's do opposite dead bug exercise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now same side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now your arms go back to, let's say, 30 degrees, and your legs are going to go forward. You can do one leg at a time, or you can do both legs at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms go up, legs go up. Now both arms and legs back at the same time. But your arms never go flat to the ground. Your arms stop at around 30 degrees. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Extend your legs, extend your legs, relax for a second. And holding your head, raising your head up, raising your legs, and shaking from your hips. Goldfish exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. One more time, raise your head. Raise your legs, shaking from the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Raising the head, raising the legs, shaking from the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. One more time, raise the head, raise the legs, shake the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. So, turn around, facing down. Okay, and now your lower back position. So, now you're going to do basically snow angels, hands in front. We're going to come up and go all the way back. The more you pull your hands, they join at the bottom, on your bottom or at the back of your body, ideally, because I will pull your shoulders back, okay? And then, they come forward again in front of you. Your head tries to stay down, okay? And again, you don't have to necessarily raise your legs, okay? If for this exercise, you can just start by using your upper body, putting your shoulders back, and then going back forward again. Head down, please. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. All right, this time, hands in front, and then open shoulders width apart, or a little bit more than shoulders width apart, keeping them at that level. We're going to basically bring them towards your chest, okay? Making sure your hands, elbows, and shoulders are off the ground, and then you're going to extend them forward again. So, drawing your hands towards your chest, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now, arms 90 degrees from your body, thumbs up, head down. Okay, and when I count, you're going to raise your shoulder blades, raise your elbows, raise your hands, and put them down. Okay, so raising shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows, and hands. Thumbs pointing up, arms 90 degrees from your body. Okay, I think 90 degrees like this. Okay, so then 1, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10, down. And coming to your knees and back stretch. So, good. So, Jiro, give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the way up to your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yoko Kemi, okay? Now with Yoko Kemi, please practice. Engage your core muscles and then take your roll. When you are up, if it's too hard to maintain your core muscles engaged all the time, because sometimes it is, you can disengage when you're up, but then you engage when you're about to take your roll. Keep your core muscles engaged so you protect your lower back and your spine, okay? So engage core muscles and 1, coming up. You can release here if you have to rest at some point. So release, engage, 2. Release, engage, 3. Release, engage, 4. Release, engage, 5. Release, engage, 6. Release, engage, 7. So 8. So 9. So 10. Good. All right, same Kemi, same process, okay? You're going to have your core muscles engaged through the process of the Ukemi, slightly before you begin the Ukemi, and then you can release a little bit if you are at the end. Remember, with Senpo Ukemi, especially from your knees, if you are just warming up, can happen in a number of areas. Number 1 is when both hands are down, both knees are down. You pass one hand, turn your face, and take your roll, and you end up again, both hands, both knees. That should at some point move to only using one hand, okay? One hand, 2 knees down, same process. Then 1 hand, 1 knee, okay? Same thing, here, turn your face and take your roll. Eventually, if you can, as long as you know that there is nothing dangerous in front of you, you are 1 hand, 1 knee, but you are perpetually looking towards the place that you're coming. You're not looking down to that direction anymore. You're looking to the direction where you are coming. That side, and that side, and so on. So you're going to start both hands, both knees, 1 hand, 1 hand, 1 knee, 1 hand, 1 knee, looking the other way. So whatever your status of practice with your Ukemi is fine. The important thing at the moment is engage your core muscle before you take your Ukemi, okay? So 1, disengage, engage core muscle, 2, disengage, engage core muscle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I'm standing up. All right. So remember that action of engaging your core muscles through the process of Ukemi is an natural action, because anybody who has been injured on your lower back, especially lower back is beautiful too. I mean, beautiful, legs don't have it. No, you're good. But it's beautiful, especially your core muscles on your lower back area, because you realize how messed up you are very quickly. So there's so many things you can do. You can hardly raise your leg to step over something, or you can hardly move your leg and move to one side. You literally can't do it, and that's because every action of raising our legs or departing requires some level of core muscle, lower back engagement. So yes, so that's why when you are sore in your lower back, you realize it very quickly, because even very basic, simple actions of walking, let alone raising your legs, let alone bending. But the one we're talking about, the leg movement, very quickly triggers whatever you have. So in the action of ukemi, because at some point your legs in any ukemi, your legs will depart from the floor, your legs will be raised. So your core muscle kind of naturally engages just by doing that, but it's much better to try to consciously engage the core muscle before the action happens, as opposed to the core muscle getting triggered by the action happening. So if you know what I mean. So but yeah, so that's why your core muscle will always engage if your legs depart from the ground in any form or shape. That's why your lower back hurts so much when you are injured and you can't really do that. Okay, so if you grab your jaw, please. Okay, you grab your jaw. So we practiced for the last couple of weeks. This week we did Yoko Menuchi. Last week we did Sho Menuchi. Okay, but we've been practicing our meeting, our synchronicity with the object that is coming towards us. The way to practice for both is going to be the same setup. Your back hand, your front hands, your front foot are free. Your back hand has the object. And in Sho Menuchi, basically your hand is going to come, directly towards the middle of your head. And in your Yoko Menuchi, it's going to come to the side of your head. So in Sho Menuchi, it's going to come to the middle of your head, and Jokomen is going to come to the side of the head. But that's going to be like the action to kind of simulate the two directions. So front hand free, back hand has the object, okay, coming straight to your head for Shomen, to the side for Jokomen. So Shomen here, and Jokomen here. Shomen here, and Jokomen here. Shomen here, and Jokomen. Shomen, and Yokomen. Okay, so with those are the two directions. So with Shomen, what we were doing was entering. Okay, so my hand was coming here. I was entering, turning with it. Okay, so I was entering and turning. Okay, we did this last week. We entered, we turned. My partner was throwing Shomen. I was entering as early as possible. And the whole secret of this is, as Brian says, do not wait. Do not wait for the Shomen to arrive to you. Enter, meet the Shomen, meet the Shomen, meet the Shomen. Once you meet, you can turn and direct it. Meet, turn and direct. Okay, meet, turn and direct. Meeting, turning and directing. Okay, so after you meet, you enter and you direct, then techniques start to form. Okay, then techniques start to happen. So we just practice with EQ on both cases. So Sho Menuchi first. Okay, Sho Menuchi towards the middle of the head, meeting, turning, lowering, and EQ. Okay, meeting, turning, lowering. So EQ. Meeting, turning, lowering. EQ. Meeting, turning, lowering. EQ. Meeting, turning, lowering. Oh. EQ. Oh. Meeting, turning, lowering. EQ. More. Meeting, turning, lowering. So EQ. One more. Meeting, turn, lower. So EQ. All right. Now, same action, but instead of Shomen, action here, Jokomen, action here. So the action is going to come here. So now, same thing. want to enter and meet the Jokumen. Okay. First of all, you want to enter and meet the Jokumen. Okay. Enter, meet the Jokumen. Okay. The other side. Entering, meeting the Jokumen. So, enter, meeting the Jokumen. Enter, meeting Jokumen. One more. Enter, meeting Jokumen. Now, it gets a little bit, because we are practicing with the jaw, it's a little bit fiddly with the hands, to do Ikkyo, but just follow through. Okay, so you enter, you meet Jokumen. You control for the moment, second hand passes. And then you find Ikkyo. Okay, when you're doing this with your partner comes into Jokumen, you enter, and then your second hand passes. And then once you pass, then you pivot back into Ikkyo. Okay, it's a little bit of a trick in there because you have to enter twice in order to go deeper. Okay, a mistake that most of us make is that we enter here for Jokumen, and then we still pretty much we're a little bit side of Uke, but not quite deep, and then we try to change our hand. And because we're a little bit on the side of Uke can see that change and counter that movement. So you enter here, and then when you move this hand, you enter a little bit deeper. And then you do your action, okay? So in order to simulate that exercise, okay, we are going to enter with your hand here. That's the most important thing at the moment, enter and control. For the moment, hold that jaw so you can release the second hand, and the second hand passes, okay? The second hand passes. Second hand passes. And then you return for Ikkyo, okay? And you enter, one, hold, second hand passes. Your hand passes, and then you return for Ikkyo. Jokumen, meeting the Jokumen, grab, second hand passes, and return for Ikkyo. Jokumen, grab, pass, return Ikkyo. Jokumen, grab, pass, and return Ikkyo. Meet, grab, pass, return Ikkyo. Okay, hopefully you can see that, when you enter and you grab, your second hand passes, maintains the connection but passes. And then from there, you return back. Okay, so remember, you enter, you grab, second hand passes. And then you come and enter into Ikkyo. So let's do it one more times. Jokumen, grab, pass, and return Ikkyo. Jokumen, pass, and return Ikkyo. Jokumen, grab, pass, return Ikkyo. Jokumen, grab, pass, returning Ikkyo. Okay, so now what we do with the Jokumen this week was mostly entering and meeting the Jokumen, like your typical Jokumen Uchi Ura form for Shihonage or for things like that. You enter, you meet on the side, and then from that Ura position, you move, you control the Jokumen, and usually you kind of just pass under or something like that. What we started doing was what is difficult to do with Jokumen, especially if it's a very heavy Jokumen, which is to redirect the Jokumen. So the Jokumen enters, and then let it pass with the same hand, the same arm. Then you enter with the Jokumen, and then you let it pass with the same arm. This time you pivot. You enter with the Jokumen, and then you let it pass. Okay? You enter and let it pass. Okay? It's a very difficult movement because you are basically entering the Jokumen, and through your shape of your arm, you're going to redirect that Jokumen away from its target, which was your head. It's a very heavy Jokumen. It demands a lot of expansion from us. So it's very difficult to execute, but it's a good exercise to keep in mind. So you enter, meet the Jokumen. That's the most important thing. Don't wait for the Jokumen. And then redirect it, pivoting the other way around. You're meeting the Jokumen, and then you redirect it, pivoting the other way around. You're meeting, and you redirect the other way around. You meet, and then you redirect the other way around. eventually those two motions, as in 1 and 2, should happen as a one motion. 1, passing, 1, passing, 1, passing, 1, passing. So that should be one motion. So let's practice first in 2 steps, and then we just bring it down to 1 step. Okay, so 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's try to see if we can make it into 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right, so now we just have the last part of the movement, which is ripple going back. So, it was in 3 movements, looks like entering 1, pivot in 2, and then ripple. 3. Entering 1, pivot in 2, and then ripple. 3. Entering 1, pivots 2, and ripple. 3. Enter 1, pivots 2, and then ripple. 3. You can do the ripple with or without the jaw. So the jaw can be part of the ripple, 2, and then 3, or without the jaw. Okay? So enter 1, pivots 2, ripple 3. Enter 1, pivots 2, ripple 3. Now let's see if instead of doing it in 3 movements, we can do it in 2 movements. So the first 2 movements become 1, and the ripple becomes the second one. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hey. Now we've been working a lot on Kokyu this month, and not so much on because I have a feeling maybe it's not correct, but in the previous month where we have talked a lot about Kokyu, we have spoken about its physical considerations, as in, correct breathing, nostril breathing, abdominal breathing, the rhythm, Kokyu dosa, the rhythm of breathing, and all of that is obviously still important and fundamental. It's the kind of the foundation of Kokyu. But this month we've been focusing on Kokyu more as almost merging with sen no sen, as in, the act of anticipation, of feeling, of synchronicity with another partner's movement. So, that element. And also in the dojo, when we have trained a little bit more intensely, how that Kokyu reflects into eventually another difficult concept, which Sensei, Meno Sensei always, explains how simple it is to understand, which is ki, which is life, to be alive. But sometimes in order to be alive, we need to be sweating, we need to be steaming, we need to be kind of tired, so we actually remember that we are alive. It's like when you jump into a very cold lake or things like that, you have a shock and you remember that you're actually there. So, so this month we're focusing on Kokyu more, not so much on the mechanical elements of breathing, which are essential, but in its more untangible elements of meeting, synchronicity, timing, and just life, feeling hopefully alive. All right? So let's keep working on that for the next week. Great. Hey. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much.